Hey there, my name is Pravus. Welcome back to more Hearts of Iron 4 Old World Blues, playing as the Maxson chapter of the Brotherhood. We have very unceremoniously decided to go ahead and just take down the Kaiser. I mean, yeah, we got Lannius' cohort done and everything else, but why not just take out the Kaiser as well? It's fine. And then we gotta eat the rest of Colorado and stuff, and annex the hangdogs, and there's a lot that we need to do here. But for now, it starts just by simply getting rid of the tribals down to the southwest who were causing us so much trouble. Got a bit more infantry down over here. We can add them into the pile. Let's change up their color to something a bit more usable, and I'll send them to... oh, I don't know. How about down Disave? Yes, you get down over here and we'll just kind of get some extra reinforcements. I want to make sure that my front line doesn't get spread out too dang thin. But we should have a fair bit of air superiority working in our advantage, and we can really double up on that a lot more if we want to. So for example, let's get some additional monoplanes. Plus, we'll get some more triplanes, and bada boom, that should do the job. Air superiority for you, and close air support for you. For some reason, our fighters are able to do both air superiority and close air support, which I don't want them to do, but there you go. Anyway, that'll be some nice green air coverage for me, which just makes my life a little bit easier in every possible which way. Let's deal with the Navajo first, get these guys cleared out so that we can easily deal with the Kaiser without having to worry about the attack from the north. I think we need to get to White Mesa in order to get rid of all of this. We got plenty of power armor kind of marching and ready to go. I like to think of these as kind of like my Warhammer 40k Space Marines, you know? For the Emperor and all that. It's me. I'm the Emperor. Oh, good, some encryption. Then they won't know that I'm coming. Really, the big thing that we have to worry about here is just the Kaiser has a pretty significant numbers advantage. Not much else really matters. I need to... where are you guys going? Hold on, my lines have gotten all spread out in weird ways. We only got 2 units over here all of a sudden. We've got way too many units down over here all of a sudden. Hold the phone. This is kind of the big problem with fighting against the Kaiser like this. It tends to result in having like some really unpleasant front lines because there's a lot of mountains and valleys and rivers and stuff that all start to get in your way. So hold on, let's get some more units up over here before we start getting cut off like they're trying to do literally right now. See if we can stop this nonsense. I would like to push down here. Yes, this reinforcement right here is actually about perfect. I want to cut off all of these units around, well, the game's freezing up. Kochichi over here, and oh look, I've now been I've been surrounded. Good, yes, no, that's exactly what I was afraid was gonna happen. Ugh, battle plan lines here, they just don't work great in this mod. They really don't for this exact reason. Hey, you need to get over here into El Torero, because then as long as you hold on to this, you're gonna generate enough supply that you should be able to hold the line. And look how many of Kaiser's goons are like terrified of what's happening. The big thing to note, look at the yellow lines here. You see this? These guys are fighting on very low strength. If we want to just punch right through these guys, we can do so. These guys do not stand much of a chance. The outsider falls ill. Really? The guy seemed like he had such an incredible immune system. I can't believe this would happen. What are you doing over here? This is a weird spot. I don't really know why he's standing there, but okay. Anyway, that's probably fine. Let's just go ahead and punch through this. Honestly, even with his pretty decent numbers, if he doesn't have the equipment to go around to supply all this, these units really exist only to be annoying because they can just kind of slip through the cracks in my line. Otherwise, this should be fairly easy for me to deal with, if I'm honest. Shouldn't be too hard at all. The calculators land in his final stand, the lowest level of the vault, finally. Andrea was flanked by our paladins as she moved into the chamber outsider had found. The open doors were pushed through by half a dozen, clear, shouted the paladin. Nothing like she'd ever seen before. Elder, there's some holotapes here, all labeled. Interesting. The general, my decision, final log. That one first, Elric. Let's see what these really are. Holotape 1. The general. Hold on, this looks like stuff from, are these screenshots from like the original Fallout stuff? You know, like before like Fallout 3 and stuff really became like a big open world thing, or Fallout New Vegas. Back in the day, it looked kind of like this. That's what it looks like to me, holy crud. Making these logs before I leave. Anyone else has died for victory, even those back at Bunker Epsilon. I think we were too late. I was too late. Their last transmission had an overwhelming force of calculators robots bearing down on them, and I can't get a response from them now. It'll be my final decision if I can get them out of here. General Decker is a tough bastard. Some of them might have survived. Okay, interesting, good. Then there's a decision. Yeah, these are definitely from one of the old games. Fascinating. Very, very cool. Okay. No audio source in the vault's internal camera system, showing a lone console. Midwestern Brotherhood. Hey, the old Brotherhood of Steel. They seem to be wounded as they are limping into the womb. Sections of armor scorched and battered. Angry stab at their right arm, points an accusing finger at the housing of calculator. Blah, blah, blah. After the last brain jar is destroyed, there are a few seconds before the feed switches to the power armor figure. They are approaching the main console of the calculator and raising their rifle. Goodbye. The calculator is destroyed for better or for worse. Every moment I spent making the decision could be another man, woman, or child killed by the machines. It had to be done. These logs might never be seen by another living soul, and if they had ever been found, then I can't be sure you understand what I have done. I certainly did not understand a fraction of what I do now when I was recruited by my tribe. Please just know what I did was for the future of everyone. Proud to be a paladin of the Midwestern Brotherhood of Steel. Dude, these are definitely references. I love it. Okay, get an event, the aftermath, add Vault 0, which gives me production efficiency cap, growth, research speed, and factory output, not to mention a whole mess of factories and equipment. Good Lord. And what is this? The C-27 humanoid combat platform? Do I get to make androids? Love it. Standing in the calculator's chamber, Andrea casts her gaze back and forth, noting the shattered brain cases in the melted terminal. Elric comes up behind her and shakes his head. A shame, the power of this vault could have been turned into something much more than genocide. Andrea says nothing for a moment before shaking her head and saying, if it had been me in the moment, I would have done the same, Proctor, missing a comma. The calculator had caused too much destruction. They made the right decision. Okay, well, fascinating. Protecting humanity from the dangers of technology, this is our mission. As the Maxson Expedition discover the secrets of Vault 0, I get another achievement! How exciting is that? Beautimous. All right, we got some more units here. More paladins under control. We'll go ahead and send them off to the outsider. That seems fine. That was kind of a cool little thing, though. Even as somebody who doesn't really know all of the references, I at least appreciate when I do see some of them. What is this, by the way? Lannius' cohort has to not exist. Free the slaves. Support a new chapter? Ooh, the Blue Rose Society. Calculator's lair has to be done. Finish all of this and will be known as the Colorado chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel. Well, obviously I need to do this. All right, hang on. So let's go for things like Signs of Battle. I'd like to learn a little bit about this whole plasma weaponry thing, you know? Sounds kind of cool, I think. Anyway, can we push a little bit further forward here and take these Navajo out? Because I would like to really start taking over the Navajo, so I don't have to worry about this. We're still spread a little too thin. On the plus side, though, we should be able to clear these guys out pretty easily. Not too much trouble, I would imagine. You head down over here and just get to Los Alamos, and let's get that cleared out. All looking good so far, yes indeed. Having some supply issues, I admit. That's annoying, but that's mainly because they took out my railroad here. We'll make sure we get that sucker back. There we go, that should be fine, all right. And over here, looking good. If we can get a small little encirclement right over here, we can get a whole bunch of other units killed around Sandpoint. That's convenient. We've been embargoed by more people because, of course, the embargoing is the most important thing. Makes a whole load of sense. Lannius sees some of these troops coming across from Gente del Sol and is like, no, we're gonna whack you with a stick. Actually, wait, where'd you guys get this Wyanders? Isn't that what these are? These giant two-hand swords? I don't know. That's kind of cool, actually. All right, anyway, that's a lot of surrounded units. Let's go ahead and finish them out, send these guys back to the front line, and honestly, this should more or less be rinse and repeat. The Kaiser does not have anywhere near enough troops to deal with me. Get a little bit more encryption done and out for the count. I really want to start researching some upgrades to power armor just because I think it'd be really fun. So let's go ahead and take out some of that ahead of time bonus there. The problem is, by the time that I'm going to get access to a lot of this really sophisticated, awesome sauce tech that I've been working so hard to gain up to this point, by the time I get there, I'm probably going to have basically won the game. It's really a shame, honestly. Okay, we've got more information about the vault. There's plasma scarring the walls. We got plasma weaponry schematics, all right. Scattered parts of robots, blah, blah, blah. Trail of destruction. Not that losses were sustained, bearing the colors and symbols of the Brotherhood corpses litter the halls as well. A sickening sight indeed. Yeah, huge fights between ghouls, Brotherhood, paladins, and the machines here. Even some super mutants. Yeesh. Okay, fun. And then we have collapsed sections, which gets me a boost for robotics. Don't really care about that, but let's learn about some of this whole sophisticated construction tech. I like being very sophisticated, yes? I like to raise my pinky while I drink my tea. That's what sophisticated people do, I'm pretty sure. I've seen it in the movies. Someone calls Spiffing Brit, he can confirm. We have upgrades for our airships, that's nice. I can start getting some power stations. Let's make them give me even more energy cells, which will be helpful. And then beyond that, I guess we can go for some more production efficiency and stuff. Sure, why not? Never bad to continue working on the economy even when you have a huge advantage. Let's swap over to the assault blimp. Oh, these things look freaking sick. Is that a bus on the bottom of the blimp? Do we drop buses? That's kind of fun. And that's the Navajo down for the count, leaving behind only a few stragglers, which we should easily be able to finish off. Though I don't like that these guys are retreating into territory they don't control. That seems like cheating to me, but okay, that's fine. Anyway, so we'll need to rework some of our front lines, obviously, but this means we are now in a position to make a push down from the north. Though I will say the NCR has been doing some pretty fine work. They've actually managed to grab all the Phoenix. They're heading down to Tucson right now. Also known as Tucson, I think. And yeah, if we make some quick pushes, we might be able to get a little bit of extra victory points out of the arrangement. Just a few. I'd like to at least have set foot on Tucson so that we'll be able to knock these guys out. Let's get to 3 roads if possible. And let's be careful not to accidentally leave ourselves in a bad position. But I think this is where we just start going for the kill, if I'm honest, because the NCR is breathing down their necks. Give it a little bit more time, and they're gonna have capitulated the Kaiser without me. And I don't like that. This feels like World War II, you know? We're rushing for Berlin. Who gets there first? The Americans or the Soviets? And we all know who I'm rooting for here. Flagstaff is gone. NCR managed to grab that sucker down. Told you that was gonna happen. All right, what else can we get to? New Hoppy? Sure, that'll work. But I would like to take at least some of you to make sure we clear out some little groups so that they don't get in my way. Let's get into Page. Keep going down this way like so, all looking good. We need to get to Painted Desert. I've been there. The Painted Desert's actually really cool, by the way. There goes the Kaiser. All right, so they capitulate. It looks like there might actually have been other major war participants here. Hold the phone. Is the Tucson or Gente del Sol considered to be a major participant? Yes, Gente del Sol is. Okay, war's not over, ladies and gentlemen. Let's clear up these boys, and then let's head down to the south. It's gonna take me a little time to rearrange all my troops, and of course the borders look awful with the NCR taking control automatically of all of this stuff, but that's fine. Vault-Tec construction, we now have access to the max tier of construction techniques, so that's gonna be great. What are we missing? Naval vessels, industry, and vehicles. I am fine with missing out on kind of all of those. Ooh, plasma rifles! Unique technology that can lead to the plasma rifle here. Ooh, but we are 3.5 years ahead of time on that tech. That's just downright disappointing, I'll tell you what. So I think I forgot my national focus. We can go for the Vault-Tec industry. Yeah, sophisticated industry tech too. Why not? We're gonna become unbelievably advanced. It's gonna be better than the Enclave ever was, I'll tell you what. Nah, that's not true. We played as the Enclave before on this mod, and oh boy is it fun. Harder to unlock, but once you get the godlike power of the Enclave and their helicopter thingies, whatever you call them, plus all their power armor, oh man, it's a power trip. Power trip and a half. I got a lot of factories I'm not using right now. That's mainly because I don't need anything right now. Logistically speaking, we are exceptionally good. Maybe a little bit of infantry armor, but like even then we've got plenty. There's really not much I need here. Hey, Gente del Sol has been surrounded. Get in there and take it, please. That's their downfall. Love it. All right. Tell you what, everyone, I don't think that they have many troops on the front line anymore. Go ahead and be aggressive. You know? Just go ahead, just run in there and take what you want. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Gonna research an upgrade for my power armor. It's a year ahead of time, but we get a reduction on that. 76 days doesn't feel too bad. 35 XP to shave off only 8 days doesn't feel like it's really worth it. But getting some good power armor upgrades, is gonna feel real good. So I need to fully annex Lanius's cohort. Is that kind of what I saw? I feel like I saw that I need to fully annex Lanius's cohort if I'm going to continue down the really cool national focuses and officially become a true organization of the Brotherhood of Steel. Makes me sad. Makes me just a little bit sad. But okay, it's fine. We'll clear all this nonsense out. Let's just build a whole lot of stuff in Lanius's territory. I think he'll like that. We could also clamp down on the autonomy of all subject nations. Yeah. I mean, 70 political power is a lot to spend, but since it's otherwise a little bit tricky to successfully reduce this down a meaningful amount, every little bit extra helps here. Sure, why not? Now, the hangdogs are going to cost 300 political power to annex these guys. The question now is, do I just accept the border gore for a bit so I can move on with Lanius' cohort a bit faster? Really depends on how fast I can burn down their autonomy now, doesn't it? Sun capitulates. That makes my life pretty easy along there. Of course, we have front lines against the NCR that I have no benefit from, so we'll go ahead and cancel all that. And then, yeah, everyone else just make a move down here. You guys have a free reign. Just go ahead and make your push down there. Let's get to Tierra City. Let's just end this nonsense. Sooner this war is over, the better. There's really no point in wasting resources anymore. We've got about as much war score as I'm ever going to get. We've really contributed pretty heavily into this. Somehow, though, I suspect the NCR is going to take all the credit, because it's kind of what they do. Hey, it's August 9th, my birthday. Lovely. All right, Vault-Tec infrastructure. Got the sophisticated technology there, because I am far more sophisticated than they are. Let's make nice with the Iron Alliance. I don't know what this does. It takes several ideas and combines them. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the war. As I suggested, we are not getting the lion's share of the war score, only 702 points, compared to the new California Republic's 1,400. Look, it's not my fault that you suck and sent many thousands of men to die, and I was technologically superior and didn't lose as many men, okay? It's not my fault. So, yeah, I call bull on the whole system is what I'm trying to say. I call complete total bull. All right, well, I'm gonna take all the Navajo's territories for sure, because a lot of that is included in California and helps surround people that I need to go and kill. Beyond that, we'll just take kind of as much as I can of Arizona for good measure, but I suspect the NCR is gonna be getting the lion's share of all of this. Yeah, that's kind of all we're getting here, I think. The NCR just took a ton, and they want to contest. Fine, I'll contest what I can, and hopefully you give up on some of it, but I doubt it. This system gets so tedious at times. I wish I could just sometimes set this to be like, yeah, just keep contesting the same thing forever until they give up, or I run out of points, whichever comes first. That would be very convenient. There we go. All right, so I take a little bit of land here. Not outstanding, but it's something. Is there anything else to do that I am missing? I don't think so. Can I demand, like, any ships? Ooh, I can, actually. Hold on, can I just take all your ships? Does anyone else want the ships? They don't want the ships. All right, I'll take it. And I even got to spend some of my points contesting some land that the NCR had snagged, so I get a little bit more out of this. All right, that's all I'm gonna get. Confirm and exit. That means the NCR gets 32 states, I get 23. Considering I didn't have a ton of score and I came into this kind of late, I'd say that we walked away looking pretty decent here. What I hate is this really, really nasty border gore. What is all of this? Oh, good lord. Kaiser's Legion, Tucson, NCR, Gente del Sol. You know, it's good to see that even in the modding community, the new peace system can still lead to some really disgusting borders. For funsies, I'm gonna start making some of these humanoid combatant things, these platforms, whatever they are. They seem kind of cool, C-27s. I don't really know what they count as. I'm assuming as combat robots or something, so if I wanted to create some robotic divisions, I could. Support robots. Right alongside the protectrons and stuff. Got it. So if I wanted to create some robotic divisions, I could do so, and presumably these things are pretty good, since they seem unique. I'm gonna start a lend-lease with Lanius. Let's just try to burn this down a little bit faster. I'll get all the equipment back in a little bit anyway. Yeah, it's going down by like 7 per day. That's pretty good. There are some fun little things we can do here. Spend some factories and a load of bottle caps. Start restoring Carson, the Pueblo Chemical Depot, the USAFA solar plant, or an Aurora Armory. Don't know that I need all of those, but they're kind of cool. I guess while we're sitting around and waiting for a bit, we can go ahead and just spend a small amount of political power here and there to just start clearing out some more of Colorado. I would like to unify this all under one glorious state. You know, because we all know in Paradox games, the font size is how you know you're really winning. So the NCR isn't done with their aggression. They're now attacking New Reno. Yeah, the NCR likes to play a big game about being very democratic and, you know, the proper inheritors to the United States and all that stuff. But they have a tendency to kind of go a little bit manifest destiny on their neighbors, don't they? I guess in that way they kind of are successors to the USA, aren't they? Anyway, that's some new power armor, and we're also making nice with the Iron Alliance, you know, burying the hatchet, so to speak. Medical, blah, 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 blah. We can't do any of this. Collapsed sections is kind of the only thing left there for a salvager bot. We're mostly done, to be honest, with a lot of our researches and a lot of our focuses. That could be the sign that we want to just go ahead and just go ham on stocking up political power. That said, we could go ahead and become better at making motorized equipment, blah, blah, blah. Let's just finish the medical wonders, get this out of the way, and then, yeah, we'll probably just sit back and stop doing national focuses for a while. There's no point. What's really exciting is the power armor. So the old stuff we have, breakthrough 9, soft attack 4, armor 35. Compare that with 9, 6, 40. Oh yeah, these are just better in every possible which way. They're even more reliable and they don't cost me extra energy cells. Oh yes. Yeah, we're gonna be building a lot of this stuff. Let's go ahead and kill Circle Junction. I don't know. Sounds like a fun thing to do. And my warriors are bored. Can start working on some jet engines. It's a little ahead of time, but if it leads me to getting some better planes, I'm kind of okay with that. Investments fallen through. Ask Jeremy for a loan. Nah, I'll just lose the bottle caps. I mean, you should never sell in a down market, right? Buy the dip. But, yeah, no, that's not how it works in the Fallout economy. We're not quite that sophisticated. Anyway, Circle Junction is dead. Mine now. Bye-bye. What is this? Hold on. The Lost Hills, the formal head of the Brotherhood of Steel, just sent us a preliminary communique. Oh, really? All right. Any follow-on events there or anything exciting? No? You guys don't want to tell me anything? I'm just saying that seems like a pretty cool thing as far as getting me, let's say, a promotion. But for some reason, they don't want to reveal their plans. Hello, talk to me. So tantalizingly close to being done with Lanius. Let's go ahead and take out this Forgers group, whoever they are. I don't even know. I don't know their backstory, I just know that they own part of California, and instead of submitting to me, they've chosen death, so be it, that'll be fine. But yeah, we only need a little bit more autonomy. This should be done in about a week or so. And we can finally annex Lanius and move on. What is this? The Mexican Empire against the Republic of the Rio Grande. That's the big war in Mexico. Kind of like the NCR versus Kaiser. Yeah, those are the two big players on that particular front. Oh, hello, I didn't even notice you were over me, y'all. Oh, whoops. Okay, well, we probably should clean them up in the north, but like, meh. No, don't worry about it, don't worry about it. We'll deal with them faster by just taking out their core territory. Just need to wait for a moment, just a moment longer, and ba-boom. Okay, embargoed, annex. Now that's a nice healthy looking font. And forgers are gone as well. Let's just make sure we start taking all of their navies at the same time. I keep forgetting that that is an option for us. All right, confirm and exit, boom, 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 boom. Okay, so now the ciphers and the hangdogs are the only cancerous tumors remaining inside of my glorious nation. So let's take a look down over here, because we should own everything we need. Yes, Lanius doesn't exist, and Castra Sol Rubrum, which is the capital city, I think, of Lanius, is under our occupation. Weirdly enough, if it's owned by the Chain Choir, that's okay too. Don't know why. Anyway, the Blue Rose Society will become our puppet and known as the Brotherhood Occupied New Mexico. The former territory of Lanius' Legion will be given to a newly forming chapter of the Brotherhood. What? Hold on. You're telling me I'm going to give away all the land that I just built up? Okay, hang on. Finish this out to the future. Colorado. So we're creating... I'm giving up a bunch of my land to create a New Mexico chapter, and I'll get to be officially the Colorado chapter. This feels like kind of a downgrade, but for the sake of this, we're just going to go ahead and move on with that. But I'll definitely say this doesn't feel like a good deal for me. In fact, I'll go so far as to say this feels like kind of a ripoff. And there it is. Occupy the conquered lands. That's the Brotherhood Occupied New Mexico. Why? Why though? I gotta do all this other cool stuff and you're making me give away land for no particularly obvious reason. Is there at least something in the description that says, garrisoning the entirety of New Mexico be a drain? You don't say! It's almost as if I've been doing that for like 2 years. So really what happened here, and I didn't do this right, but what was supposed to happen, you beat Lanius, right? And instead of taking Lanius as a puppet to defend myself against the Kaiser, which is what I did, I should have instead taken all of it, then done this. And that would have been fine. Right, okay, fine. At least I gotta be the good guy who, like, frees the slaves and stuff. Alright, victory overall. This gets me an event. Probably the last really cool big event. But we're gonna save that for next time, because I'm gonna come back, we're gonna figure that out, and then I'm probably just gonna take on the NCR for the heck of it. And let's just see how well we hold up, but I'm willing to guess that my power armor is gonna hold up pretty darn well. Thank you all for watching, hope you enjoyed. If so, I'd ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe to that notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.